virtually sold out already. This is a fight that seemed like it was an eternity away in November. I remember getting a phone call from David Haye asking to meet me. I knew he didn't want a bite to eat or a cup of coffee. He came to the office and fair play, wanted to meet face to face. And as soon as I walked in the room and saw him sitting down, I knew what had happened. The fight was off. Had to make a very difficult phone call to Tony Bellew, who blamed David Haye, blamed me as well, I think a little bit as well. And everything was in disarray. I think, personally, I feel it was a blessing because there was a lot going on in Tony Bellew's life at the time. I don't think he would have been 100% in the fight. He certainly wasn't pulling out the fight. But now, I think it's given him a chance to look at his career and where he wants to go.
They're expecting you to be light, right, sharp, fast. How much desire and how ready will you be in 10 weeks' time?
First off, welcome everybody. The Park Plaza, Westminster. Feels a bit deja vu. We've been here before already. But this time round, we've got a fight May 5th. And I've got the heart, I've got the desire. I think anybody who watched that last fight realizes and know that, you know, I could have, you know, potentially pulled out. A lot of fighters would have done, but I showed, you know, I don't get paid any extras for keep on going, but I did, and because I'm here to win, I leave it all on the line. If I just...
The worst world champion you've ever seen was your words. Exactly. The worst world champion you've ever seen. They the exact words you used.
Exactly. This is exactly what I said, and that's how I believed. And come fight night, that didn't work out. It was completely out the window. Tony Bellew bettered me, and that's it. I've got an opportunity, thankfully. What would have hurt the most is if I would never have had the opportunity to right what I believe was the wrongs. But here we go, May 5th. You know, Tony Bellew, I believe, is going to be in better shape. His coach, I'm fully aware of the situation he had in his personal life prior to that aborted fight. So everything happens for a reason. One thing I can be sure of is Tony Bellew will be better than he was the first fight, because he needs to be, and so will I, because I need to be as well.
I'm not the worst ever. I'm not the crappiest world champion.
Well, if you were, what does that say about me?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
I got beaten. If
you said. I'm just going by what you said. I mean,
champion, so that makes me way below that.
Last time we were in a press conference, it was Tony Bellew who's going to be asleep viciously inside 2 rounds. It was going to be, I'm going to take over the world. I'm going to end matchroom sports. I'm going to laugh at Eddie Hearn. But now all of a sudden it's this humble approach, and then Maz.
It's the real. You humbled me. You humbled me, Tony.
I did not.
You humbled me in that ring. Then had your hand raised.
That didn't happen. That didn't happen. So he's telling me. That didn't happen.
You won the fight. I lost. Look at BoxRec. I lost the fight. You won the fight. You humbled me. You beat me. You took my best and you dished out yours, and the towel came flying in because you were the better man. I don't know what more I can say about that. You better me. This time round, I believe it will be different. This time round, I believe. But then again, I believe the first time.
I can't understand how there's a complete flip round, a switch on, not just the fight, but everything.
You caused the flip round. You caused it. What's happened? Aren't you happy with that? You said you wanted to humble me.
These apples and pears, mate. The last time I looked, you was on the Comedy Channel saying apples and pears. Now you're coming on this bill, demanding to make fights that you should make on your own channel. You want to make Del Boy and Joe Joyce over there. Why don't you stick it on your channel? Why do you want to stick it on our bill? Because we've got to pay for it. Is that why you want to stick it on this one?
Derek Chisora doesn't want to do it on our one.
It's not about Derek Chisora. It's about you wanting to get your fights out there because they get seen by about 25 people every time they turn on Dave.
You're not going to do it.
Nothing's changed for you physically. You're an amazing athlete. You're always going to be that. That's never going to change. Your mindset will never change. These are all well and good telling you he's changed, I've been humbled. You haven't. You haven't been humbled. You know you can't stand the sight of me.
I love you, Tony Bellew.
Don't.
I love you.
You don't. You absolutely.
I love your new haircut. I love
Thank
your
you.
beard.
It's not new though.
I got posters.
I've had hair since I was born.
Seriously, I'm crushing you, really.
It's not new. I've always said you're beautiful. I mean, I've told you this for many years. You're fantastic. But I'm still going to punch you real hard and a lot of times.
Let's do it.
I've always told you you're a brilliant. I have never changed my opinion of you once. It's always been the same. You're a brilliant fighter.
My opinion has changed. My opinion has changed.
Why?
You beat me. March 4th, you beat me. You had your hand raised at the end of the night. You beat me. So, obviously, my opinion, if I wouldn't have changed my opinion, I'd be an idiot.
Well, at the last press conference, you told me, and the last press conference for this rematch, your words were, I fought out of my... No, I'm just saying what you said. I'm just repeating your words. You said, I fought out of my skin against BJ Flores. You said I overperformed. They were your words, not mine.
So what's your point?
You said I overperformed.
What do you mean?
I fought worse than I've ever fought in my life. The last 5 rounds against you, I fought terrible then.
Take some credit. You won that fight.
Yeah, but you're saying I overperformed. I was terrible against BJ Flores.
I remember saying that maybe.
No, but you did. You did. The same as you called me a bank robber last time. I mean, I left my balaclava in the car this morning, and I'm not joking. I left the balaclava. I had it to bring with me, but it was in the back of the car. We'll make an appearance at some stage, but you've labelled me so many things, and there's this big flip. You haven't humbled. You're exactly the same. Okay. You know that, and I know that, and the guys sitting next to you believe it. They're more fools than.
David, why is there a different attitude this time? More of the loving rather than the needle, the spice.
It worked last time. All that anger, all that hostility, everything. You know, whipping myself up to try to. I don't need to do that anymore. You know, he beat me, so I just need to focus on control the controllables. How I feel about him's irrelevant. If I was playing him a game of snooker, whether I hate the guy I'm playing against.
We're not playing snooker, mate. We're punching each other in the face.
I'm saying,
we're not playing snooker, mate.
I never said I was playing snooker.
You just said if we were playing snooker. We ain't playing snooker, mate.
Okay, how about this, Tony? In any other sport,
yep.
Whether you hate someone or love someone, you're going to try and win regardless, right?
I'm not the one who needs
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and win by any means necessary. I'm taking the necessary steps in training. I'm doing everything. So come fight night, I'm tip-top. And I perform at my best. If that's the case, I believe I win.
Is that what I'm going to do? I'm going to rob the bank again?
Maybe you will. I hope not. I hope you don't. Yeah. I really do.
Mate, you're not the bank. You ain't a bank. You're just another man with 2 arms and 2 legs, and you're nuts. You're deluded.
Get the money back.
Good afternoon.
David, physically, what's different this time around? Obviously, you had the injury. Are we fully healed? Are you going to be lighter?
I'm back doing everything I could do before, probably, and some. So, you know, although, you know, Tony, in the lead up to last fight, lead up to last bill, things weren't that great in his life. Hopefully, it is now. This time, for me, I think, you know, everything does happen for reasons. I've had more time working with my coach, Ismail Salas, to sort of work in certain fight punch combinations, you know, just sort of immersing myself in a new and sort of upgraded style. I believe I'm going to be better, and I just can't wait for people to see it. You know, it's either going to go one or two ways. Either I'm going to be the version I was last time out, in which, you know, I may win, may not win, and that's the end of me. Or somehow Mr. Ismail Salas here reinvents me and assists me in getting that time warp, going back to the good old days.
The time machine show coming out again.
Exactly. Or not. One of the two. I thought that was going to happen last time, and I was wrong. Completely wrong. Genuinely, I'm not exaggerating, I would have bet my life that I would have won that fight. Genuinely. If someone said, okay, I'll bet your life, I'd have said, yeah, for sure. There's nothing he could have done to beat me. But I was wrong. And when you get wronged like that, you think, man, maybe this is real life. Okay, things can happen, you know, nothing's predetermined. You have to do what needs to be done. And this time around, I feel I've done a lot more that needs to be done. And in terms of my mindset, try not to focus my energies on animosity, but to focus it on training, focus, positivity, I believe gets the best out of me. All my big wins have come when I've been focused and had a nice, healthy vibe. All of my losses have been when I've had the total dark force, anger. I always come a cropper then. Things pop, snap. I'm not quite on it. So I'm going to distance myself from that mindset and go with a little bit of a purer, focused, more athletic performance. That's what I'm going to do this time. And if it doesn't work, it was never meant to be. And
I just hope you don't become a Buddhist before this fight, because the way you're going on, Jesus Christ, I'm waiting for you to crack out some holy prayers or something like that. It's so mental. It's Tony, a fight, David. It's just a fight, and that's all we do.
More than a fight. That's the thing. It's not just a fight.
It is. It's just a fight, mate. It's just a fight.
It's not. That's what I've realised. It's not just a fight. Because if it was just a fight, it should have went a certain way last time, and it didn't. So it was more than the fight. It's more than that.
So if it's more than a fight,
can you, way deeper than that.
Can you educate me, please, and tell me what it is? Because I must be missing
something. It's about
something.
a mentality. It's about
all geared towards a fight. It's just a fight.
It's a fight. It's about athletic performance. You know,
you would outdo me on that one.
Putting your life on the line. It's doing everything needed to be done, and I'm
all
very
to do
happy
with just
I'm very happy.
a fight.
Yeah, it's
just a
what
fight.
I've been doing for many, many years.
Me too.
I'm enjoying it more than I've ever enjoyed.
I'm sure you are.
While I was world champion, I'm enjoying training. I'm enjoying my life more now than I've ever.
I'm sure you are.
Past. And I want to.
Why would I sign up to a fight that's not going to happen? It doesn't make any sense. I've give you every credit since the first fight was made. Never mind the second fight. I always give you credit because you can't take away how much of a fabulous athlete you are, how much of a great career you had. But it doesn't matter because it's been and gone. And on May the 5th, mate, you are finished. I promise you that. It is all going to end on May the 5th. And when you look in my eyes, you know I'm not telling lies. I really 100% believe it.
Tony, how did you feel when you got the call from Eddie, and how have you dealt with the last few weeks and getting back to business?
I definitely can't repeat the words that came out of my mouth to Eddie on that phone. So, I was just on my way to complete. You guys say it was November. I thought it was December when you gave me the call, but
maybe.
I don't know. I was on my way to the sparring session, and Dave refused to let me spar, to be honest, so I wanted to actually still spar even though the fight was off. A lot of different thoughts were going through my mind. In all honesty though, the actual fight wasn't the first one. There was still the family issues apart from that, so it is what it is. You know, injuries do happen in boxing. David's been very unfortunate that it's happened to him on a number of occasions. Like I say, he's a fantastic athlete when you can push your body and do the things that he can do, which I'm sure are off the Richter scale for what he can actually do physically. He's going to sustain injuries. I just hope they wrap him up in cotton wool, bubble wrap and everything for this camp, and sing him nursery rhymes every night, because I just need him to turn up, mate, on May the 5th. I've got a lot riding on it, simple as that. I ain't got that long left in this business. I understand what this business does to you. I understand what the training does to your body. And believe you me, mate, I've got there the hard way. Ain't no one helped me. Ain't no one give me a leg up at any stage in my career. Everything I earned, everything I've got, I earned the hard way.
Amen.
Commonwealth, European titles. Yeah, I'm sure you did, mate, when you was having them great promotional deals, or, you know, picking and choosing whatever you wanted. Great, you earned it anyway, you deserved it. Like I said, you've always been a brilliant fighter in my eyes. You're always going to be a brilliant fighter, but all good things have to come to an end at some stage, and it is going to come to an end.